with.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Friday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some stellar weather for the last official weekend of summer, although we do have a chilly night to get through first. So let's get right to our live look right now at downtown Utica. We're currently at 69 degrees. Winds out of the west-northwest at 9 miles an hour, I should say, are the culprit for that cooler weather that we've seen today, and we will see tomorrow as well. And it feels like 69, dew point 46, so it's rather comfortable out there. The temperatures is going to come way down tonight, and so is that dew point as well. That's the reason for the drop in temperature. And in fact, we already have some numbers both to the south and up toward the north that are into the lower and middle 60s out there right now. But across the valley, you're into the middle and upper 60s. A little bit warmer than I thought it would be at this time. But still, again, temperatures are going to drop like a rock once the sun goes down around 7 p.m. Temperatures, in spite of them being warmer than we expected, cooler than the last several days, as much as 5 to 10 degrees in many locations, at least compared to where we were at this time yesterday, and that was well above average for this time of year. Overnight tonight, we do have a frost advisory in effect for Lewis, northern Oneida, northern Herkimer counties from 2 to 8 a.m., but in Hamilton County, it's a freeze warning until from 2 to 8 a.m. In the frost advisory, there will be temperatures between 32 and 40 degrees, and in Hamilton County, where you are under that freeze warning, there could be spots between 28 and 32 degrees overnight tonight, so make sure to protect any tender vegetation, and if you're going to any high school football games, make sure to bundle up no matter where you are, even down toward the south where there aren't any frost advisories. Temperatures still between 35 and 40, but thankfully it doesn't last long. Temperatures still sub-average for tomorrow. It should be around 72. Tomorrow will be around 69. Somebody could crack 70 tomorrow, and then returning to at or above average levels as we head into Sunday. And tomorrow we'll see a lot of sun. Sunday we'll see a few clouds returning to the area, and I expect the above average trend to continue well into next week, even though fall officially kicks off on Monday at 2:19 p.m. We'll be between 73 and 74 degrees Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and possibly into the end of the week as well. As far as Tropical Storm Gabrielle is concerned, 50-mile-an-hour storm moving to the west-northwest at 12 miles an hour. Back here closer to home, the cold front is the culprit for the cooler weather, and our high pressure, our fair weather friend sitting over southern Canada, will keep us high and dry right into the weekend. It's doing so right now with radar scanning free and clear precipitation. It's going to remain that way through the weekend, but thankfully, once the temperatures come up Monday and Tuesday, so will those rain chances, and although we won't break even, anything that we will get will certainly help. So temperatures overnight tonight, 35 to 40 for many of us, again cooler to the north and east, and then tomorrow we'll see temperatures recovering nicely into the upper 60s and maybe lower 70s, although that'll be few and far between. I think we'll get into the lower and mid 70s as we head into Sunday, and then definitely Monday and Tuesday we'll get into the mid 70s, feeling a little bit more like summer, even though fall officially starts on Monday with some scattered showers. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we hang on to the mid 70s, but we'll be under a mix of sun and clouds, so we'll have a chance to dry out. Thomas, back to you.
Thank you, Jordan. Still to come.
Eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Friday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some stellar weather for the last weekend of summer, even though in some cases it'll feel like more like a fall, even though technically fall starts on Monday. Today was kind of fall-like too, even though temperatures were in the 70s, or actually tonight I should say will feel kind of fall-like. Today was in the 70s, so it felt kind of summer-like. Let's take a look at the stats for the day. There we go, 72 degrees for the high, or for the average high. And our high today was 74, so we're actually a little bit above average and warmer than we expected because of all the sunshine that we saw out there this afternoon. And this morning's low was 55. That was 3 degrees above average, although I think as we head through the overnight hours, we'll drop from the 40s down into the 30s, so we'll be well below average this evening. And then 89 and 34 are your records for the day. We could actually be close to that record in downtown Utica, although I'm forecasting 38, so we'll be close to it, but I don't think we'll break it. Again, those high temperature or low temperatures from this morning were into the lower and middle 50s for many of us, and we'll be well below that. That's closer to where we should be for this time of year. We'll be well below that overnight tonight, but high temperatures this afternoon. A couple of upper 60s to the north, lower and middle 70s generally from the thruway on toward the south, which is a little bit above where we should be for this time of year. Now for tonight's forecast. We do have a frost advisory in effect from 2 to 8 a.m. tomorrow morning for Lewis, northern Oneida, northern Herkimer County, where there could be temperatures between 32 and 40 degrees. And then in Hamilton County, where you could see temperatures as low as 24 to 32 degrees, there is a freeze warning from 2 to 8 a.m. There's a look at your overnight low temperatures, as well as where you'll see some light freeze as well as some frost during the overnight hours. There could even be a couple of spots from the thruway down toward the south where you're not under the frost advisory. That'll be between 35 and 40, and you could see some light frost there. But thankfully, temperatures are covered nicely over the weekend. A little bit sub-average tomorrow, be in the upper 60s to right around 70 with plenty of sunshine, though it'll feel nicer in the sun. And then sun and clouds are turning as we head into your Sunday. Temperatures in the mid-70s, and they look to stay in the mid-70s right through Monday through Wednesday, even though fall technically starts on Monday at 2:19 p.m. And that also coincides with some rain chances that will be with us. Only about a 40% chance, but we'll take it for both Monday and Tuesday. There could be as much as a half to 3/4, maybe an inch of rain between Monday and Tuesday. We definitely need more of that, though, as Thomas was mentioning earlier in the show. So overnight tonight, again, temperatures in the 30s and 40s, maybe 20s for some of you up in Hamilton County. And then as we head through the afternoon, temperatures recover nicely in the upper 60s to right around, if not just above 70 degrees. I expect more of us to get into the lower and middle 70s as we head through Sunday, with a slight increase in mid and high level clouds. And then fall starts at 2:19 p.m. on Monday afternoon. And that's also when the chance for scattered showers starts. That'll hang around into Tuesday. We dry things out Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, although it may feel a little bit more like summer, with highs running 2 to 5 degrees above average for this time of year. Thomas, I'll send it back to you.
Well, Jordan, it's
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Friday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking an absolutely spectacular last weekend of summer, although it'll start kind of fall-like, especially tonight when we'll have some chilly temperatures and clear skies out there. So let's get right to it. Our live look right now in downtown Utica, where the temperature is still fairly mild, 53 degrees, but with the calm wind and the clear sky, we are setting ourselves up for some good radiational cooling. And look at that dew point, already at 40 degrees. That dew point will continue to drop, and that's what's going to allow the temperature to drop in addition to the clear skies and the calm winds that are with us out there. Temperatures from around the region, most of us have, as of the 11 o'clock hour, are into the 50s, but there are some locations both toward the south, I should say, and up toward the north that have the 40s, like Old Forge right now at 48. Oneonta is the cool spot right now at 44, and that's where you could see some patchy frost during the overnight hours. And as you can see here on our northeast temperature map, it's not hard to find the front that went through our area earlier this afternoon, other than the fact that, you know, we had some clouds associated with it, but not a lot of precipitation. Look at the temperatures on the other side of the front. Scranton, Pennsylvania at 58, but Philadelphia and DC 74, New York City 73, and Hartford at 65. But back toward the north, look at North Bay. It's already 40 degrees there, and that's where it's going to dip into the 20s and 30s during the overnight hours. Same thing for some of our north country. Lewis, northern Oneida, northern Herkimer County under a frost advisory from the National Weather Service from 2 to 8 a.m. And that's where we could see temperatures between 32 and 40 degrees, where we could see temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s in Hamilton County. It's a freeze warning there, 2 to 8 a.m. So temperatures for most, if not all of us, dipping into the 30s to right around 40 tonight. But again, up toward the Adirondacks and North Country, that's where you have the best potential of seeing temperatures at or below freezing. And even down toward the south, where we're in the middle and upper 30s, there could be some patchy frost there, even though no advisories have been issued. Temperatures recovering nicely over the weekend, upper 60s to lower 70s both days. I think lower 70s more likely as we head through Sunday. And that hangs around for the first few days of fall, with temperatures getting up into the mid-70s both Monday and Tuesday, coinciding with some shower chances finally. Tropical Storm Gabrielle, still a 50-mile-an-hour storm moving to the northwest at 12. Back here closer to home, we've got that front down toward the south. High pressure and control keeping things high and dry over the next few days. And that's the case out there right now with the clear skies. The precipitation tracker not really coming up until we head into Monday and Tuesday. It's only about a 40% chance, but we'll still take anything that we can get. So again, clear skies, calm winds overnight tonight, starting our Saturday in the 30s to right around 40, making our way up into the upper 60s and possibly the lower 70s, definitely getting into the low 70s as we head through Sunday. Monday and Tuesday, those scattered rain chances could accumulate to as much as half an inch to an inch of rain. And even though fall technically starts on Monday, summer-like